This ride is going to be out over the St. Johns River. That's a river that's just a little bit west of Titusville. And this is a freshwater river that's 326 miles long and flows to the north. It is a very slow-moving river, and there's only a 28-foot drop over the entire length of it. It begins a little bit below Melbourne and flows north and empties into the Atlantic Ocean at Jacksonville, Florida.
Well, I'm a road runner, honey. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Beep, beep.
I'm going to roll right into the takeoff here. You'll notice the beginning of the official runway there where the red stakes are. Starting back where I did gives me a little extra runway, just in case.
Come on and dance with me, baby. Baby, baby, you and me. Oh, here I come. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Ah. Beep, beep. Well, move it over, baby. Let me by. Beep, beep. Well, now move it over, honey. Let your man by. Beep, beep. I'm gonna show you now, baby. I'm gonna need some dirt in your eye. All right, here I come.
We're going to climb to 1,000 feet and level off, and most of this trip will be made at 1,000 feet. I may get down a little bit lower over one of the lakes, but for the most part we'll be at 1,000 feet.
Beep, beep. Ah. Beep, beep. Ah, here I come.
A lot of hunting goes on out here in this area. They hunt deer, wild hogs, and alligators. When they're in season, hogs are in season all the time, but deer have a season and alligators have a season. And they hunt the alligators at night.
Beep, beep. Ah. Beep, beep. Well, you say you're fast.
Yeah, you see the fan over there on the right-hand side of the screen? That's the fan that keeps the pilot cool. If you don't believe that, you gotta see the pilot sweat if it stops.
Cause I'm a road runner, baby, and you can't keep up with me. Beep, beep. I'm a road runner, honey. Oh, you can't keep up with me. Beep, beep. Come on and dance with me, baby. Baby, baby, you and me. Oh, here I come, baby. Beep, beep. Can I get a little bit more on that jelly roll? Can I play?
Here in Florida, these lakes down here, anything that's bigger than a wading pool in your backyard, they call a lake. In the rest of the country, they're called ponds, I think.
Can I get a little bit more jelly roll? Can you put a little spice on there? A little applesauce. Can I hear that horn? You games out the cold, you rooster think on the moon. The ladies wanna know if you can get up and go. You got the hound dog road. Hound dog road. Hound dog road. Hound dog road.
Louise, come here, dog, and I want to talk to you. Yeah. I got something to tell you, baby.
This is the main body of the river. Normally, this isn't any wider than about 100 feet, the main channels, and there's a lot of channels around. But you see all those trails running through the edges here? They're actually airboat trails. Guys get out here and establish shortcuts between different places and actually make trails with the airboats. Kind of fun and interesting. Oh yeah, it's great fishing out here too. And talk about a variety of fish. There's largemouth bass, crappie, bluegill, catfish, striped bass, shell crackers, and a couple of this redfish too. Supposed to be great fishing. I don't fish, but they say it's really great fishing in that water.
Now after all I helped you, you couldn't help yourself. Now you're on your feet, want to help somebody else. Louise, sweetest girl I know. You made me walk from Chicago to the Gulf of Mexico. Now I tell you, Louise, everything gonna be all right. We'll take a drink and sort it out tonight. Louise, sweetest girl I know. Made me walk from Chicago to the Gulf of Mexico.
There's also a great variety of wading birds out here too. We come out every now and then. We have a friend that has an airboat that takes us out, and we see great blue herons, egrets, snowy egrets, wood storks, which incidentally are the only real American stork, white ibis, turkeys, cormorants.
Ever since you've been gone.
Oh, one very interesting bird. It's called a kite. And we see those occasionally. What it is, it's a hawk, actually, with a split tail. Very interesting bird. There's osprey, and you see lots of osprey out here, and a few bald eagles, owls, just a lot of wildlife out here. Most everyone's heard the old tune, "Up a Lazy River." You talk about a lazy river. The total drop of this river is less than 30 feet. That amounts to about 1 inch per mile, making it probably the laziest river in the world.
I'd love to get you on a slow boat to China, all to myself, all alone. Get you and keep you in my arms forevermore. Leave all your lovers weeping on the faraway shore.
Below us here is a little feeder stream for the St. Johns River. This is called the Little Econolakachi River, or Little Econ for short. It's a beautiful little river.
All of stone. I'd like to get you on a slow boat to China. Now all to myself, all alone. Get you and keep you in my arms forevermore. Yeah, leave all of your lovers weeping on the faraway shore. Out on the briny with that moon big and shiny, melting your heart all of stone. I'd love to get you on a
Below us, Lake Harney is about 7 square miles of water, and average depth 5.6 feet. And about 2 weeks ago, a Beechcraft King Air crashed into that lake, and believe it or not, only 5.6 average depth of water. They didn't find the thing for 2 days. There were 3 people in it. Of course, they perished, but I'm amazed that they couldn't find that airplane.
Look at it, girls, I'm telling you now, they call me loving Dan. I rock 'em, roll 'em all night long. I'm a 60-minute man. If you don't believe I'm all I say, come up and take my hand. When I let you go, you'll cry. Oh yeah, he's a 60-minute man. There'll be 50 minutes of kissing, then you holler, please don't stop. There'll be 50 minutes of teasing, 50 minutes of pleasing, 50 minutes of blowing my top. If your man ain't treating you right, come up and see your dad. I rock 'em, roll 'em all night long. I'm a 60-minute man. Minute man. Loving Dan. I rock 'em, roll 'em all night long. I'm a 60-minute man. 60. They call me
holler, please don't stop. There'll be 50 minutes of teasing, 50 minutes of pleasing, and 50 minutes of blowing my top.
Coming up here, you can see the lake empties into the main channel of the river again and flows north for a mile or two and then bends around and flows due south again for about 2 miles, empties into about 2 more lakes, and then turns around, goes north again into a lake called Lake Monroe, which is about 9 miles square. Average depth 6 feet. We're making a turn here to the south, or the southeast, to head back home to Titusville. It's about 20 miles. There's nothing but a lot of trees for most of the way, a lot of wilderness, swamp, and woods. And as I said in the beginning, where the river's in flood stage, it's normally not this high, and I'm gonna do another video later on when the river's in its normal stage. There's quite a contrast here, and I'd like for everyone to see that. Pretty close to our home airport here, and at this point I get the what's called the AWOS, Automatic Weather Observation System, broadcast from our airport. I listen to that so I can start planning my landing. I get the active runway and what the winds are doing and that kind of information, so that it'll make it easier and more convenient and safer to land there. I'm going to start setting up for my landing here. Made my radio calls, and there's no other traffic, at least none with the radio. So we're going to set up kind of on a right base for runway 22, and we'll be doing a straight in. Well, we're on final now for runway 22 at Dunn Air Park. Thanks for watching this video. Let me know what you think of it.
Louise, come here, dog, and I want to talk to you.
Yeah.